Hi guys, this is Akhil and welcome to Merle Tech channel. So today we're talking about what's the right mix of people for your tech product development team, right? So like let's say when you start developing a product, you may have like let's say only 3 or 4 or 5 people, right? But as your team scales up, let's say you get a lot of funding or your product becomes very successful in the market, you'll have to start scaling these people, right? So this video is going to help you. No, it doesn't matter, if you're at the beginning of your tech product development process or you are at a very matured phase where you have hundreds of people working with you on your tech product team. So now I have headed tech product teams for like about 8 years now, and I have gained some serious knowledge and insight into the dynamics of how these product teams work and the kind of the skills or the right mix required for them to be able to perform really well, right? So I'll be sharing with you these 4 types of people that you need to have on your tech team, on your tech product development team, so that you're able to get the right mix and you're able to get the team off from ground and everything starts working smoothly, right? So the first type of people that you need to have on your team, right? The first people from the mix of people that you need to have on your team are the stars. Now these guys could be experienced or inexperienced; it doesn't matter. The main thing that you'll be, the main skill or the quality that you'll be looking for in these people is their ability to solve complex problems very quickly. And by complex problems, I do not mean necessarily, tech-related problems in the sense, like let's say they may not even know, how the syntax of probably React.js or Node.js works, but they have good core skills in the sense, like let's say they are really good at C, C++, C Sharp, Java, those kind of, like really based technologies, and they have good logic and fundamental skills. They may not know the exact syntax of the technologies, the particular technologies that you're working on. You could be working on Angular or React or Ember or Next.js or Gatsby, whatever you're working on. But these guys, they have like very good core knowledge, like very good technical logical skills, and they're able to solve complex problems very quickly. Now, the benefit of hiring these guys or working or having some of these people on your team is that they are able to work across any different language. They're able to easily pick up because they have the fundamentals are very strong. So they're able to pick up any language and able to add a lot of value in very short amount of time. And the one more quality that these people will have, the stars will have, is that they'll be highly motivated. They will be internally driven, and they will have the like high amount of motivation to learn and ability to learn as well. So a lot of people have just the motivation to learn, but they don't have the ability to learn a lot of new things in very short amount of time. But these guys will have both, right? So these are the kind of people who are called as stars. They're defined as stars, and these people will kind of drive your team forward very quickly. But you have to ensure that your tech product team cannot be more than 20% of these people. So your tech product team, if there's 100% people, they can only be 20% of these people can be stars, not more than that, because these guys have a high amount of ego and a high amount of they probably don't get along with a lot of people very really well, and they might look very selfish or even like pricks to other people, right? So because they know their stuff and they're fast, they can do stuff really quickly, so they are slightly egoistic. So you don't want to have a lot of these kind of people. You need these kind of people for sure, but you have to ensure that the whole team is not like this, because it'll lead to a lot of problems later on. Now the next type of people that you need in the mix is the stable guys, right? Now these guys are usually experienced, like they have worked in different teams in different projects earlier. These are very calm, people who can work for long hours, and they're not like hyper or they don't have ADD, that kind of stuff. The stars sometimes do, right? These guys are like very calm, focused, disciplined, consistent, in the sense they'll come every single day and solve those small problems. They may not have the best solutions to the problems. They may not do the most challenging work. They may not do they may not be on a very high growth trajectory path, but you need these guys. These guys are very important in your team, and these guys, a safe number will be like 40 to 50% of your team has to be comprised of these guys who are very stable, who stay with you for a longer period of time, who have who keep picking up skills slowly, but and are, these guys usually are perfectionists. That's something that I've noticed. So you guys can keep these guys as people who review the code or the work done by the stars, right? Because the stars are people who do things quickly, so they tend to miss out a lot of details, small details. So these stable guys are the guys who are able to catch these details and also fix these things and ensure that everything is perfect when it goes into production. Now, the third kind of people that you need are the hits and misses. So what happens is that, let's say you're in an interview process, and you can't always hire the stars, or you can't always hire the the stable guys, because these guys cost a lot of money, right? If somebody knows he's really good at something, he's going to cost you a lot of money. But there are some people who do have experience, and who know some things, and don't know no other critical things. These guys are called as hits and misses, and in the sense, during the interview process, you're not sure whether this guy will perform a lot or he won't be able to perform at all, right? So it's a dicey situation, but you need to hire these guys. These guys need to comprise of, like, let's say about somewhere around 25% of your team. These guys are people who you invest in, you nurture, you train them, and then you see whether they run or not. That's like a small risk that you're taking, right? So this can be called as a hit or miss, or a risk. So these guys, basically, they don't cost a lot, and sometimes what happens is that these guys turn out to be like really, really talented, and they end up being the most talented people in your team, or sometimes they end up being the worst resources that you have. So it's a situation that can go anywhere, right? So you just need to be cognizant that you need to hire these people, and then it's a risk that you're taking, right? The last kind of people that which comprise like 5 to 10% of your team would be the leaders, the people who are leading the team, or the second in command, or the people who will lead the team in the future, right? So these guys form about 5 to 10% of the team. Now these guys, are really focused, determined, disciplined. They have like a lot of inner motivation. These guys kind of are like a mix of the star and the stable personality, because you want them to stay for a long period of time, and then you want them to outperform a lot, but they can't be hits and misses for obvious reasons, right? Now, the exact qualities of these people, right, of the leaders, like the tech lead or the CTO, these guys, we'll talk about their exact qualities in a video that's going to come in a few days time. It's not the topic of this video right now. And so if you want to watch that video, obviously you need to subscribe to us so that you come to know whenever a new video comes up. And I hope this video was very helpful to you, and you learned something from this, and then now you have a clearer understanding of the kind of mix that you need to have in your tech product development team, so that you're able to get the right performance and consistency, right? So see you on the next episode, and thank you for watching. Thanks a lot.